see, give me 1 second, all of you. Okay, no worries. So in asset accounting, see, this asset accounting is a component that is used for the managing and supervising fixed assets and within the SAP system. And in financial accounting, it serves as a subsidiary ledger to the general ledger. You know it very well, and providing detailed informations on transactions involving fixed assets, and it manages company fixed assets right from acquisition to retirement. In ECC, you have seen different types of structures that are involved in the SAP FICO ECC system. Okay, now in SAP S4 HANA, I mean, we cannot estimate each and everything, right? But the thing is that in SAP S4 HANA, it will throw you different types of errors, definitely. But the thing is that what the thing we have said, right from the acquisition to retirement, all accounting transactions relating to depreciations, insurance, etc. of these assets are taken care through this module. Okay, and that module is AA, that is asset accounting, and all the accounting information from this module follows to FI to GL on a real-time basis. You got my point? And now, what are the architectural changes that are observed in the SAP S4 HANA system? That is very, very important, all of you. Okay, so see here, we should have proper knowledge on the accounting principle. At the same time, we should have proper knowledge on the leading ledgers and non-leading ledgers, and how these things are activating and all, and what are the currencies that are there for the particular company code things and all. Okay, we should activate each and everything. Before we see each and everything, and we need to activate the new asset accounting, right? That is very, very important. Okay, see, in ECC you have learned a lot of more things. Okay, from acquisition of the assets to the calculations of the depreciations, with the retirement, with the sub-asset creation, with the sub-asset depreciations and all, and with the customer retirement and the scrapping retirement and all. We have seen it very well. Okay, in the depreciation, this depreciation is the reduction in the book value of an asset due to its use over time, or due to legal framework of a taxation. Okay, and you know it very well. We can able to calculate the depreciation for the main assets as well as the asset under constructions. I mean, if that asset under construction is transferred to the main asset, then definitely we can able to calculate the depreciation. Otherwise, we cannot, right? So, in the, what do you mean by chart of depreciation? So, chart of depreciation is used in order to manage legal requirements for the depreciation and valuation of assets. And this chart of depreciation is defined at client level. Please try to understand the point. And after creation of chart of depreciation, then it is assigned to company code using transaction code OOB. Okay, so chart of depreciation is a country specific, first of all, and all your company codes are in same country and are subject to the same legal requirements for asset valuation. Then you only need one chart of depreciation, right? So based on which depreciation areas. So we need to have depreciation areas, right, to calculate the depreciation for the main assets. Depreciation area in the chart of depreciation is applicable to all the company codes belonging to the country. And chart of depreciation is basically list of all depreciation areas. Please try to understand the point. And you have seen the configurations in ECC. Now you can able to see the configurations in SAP S/4HANA. Got my point? Okay. So the depreciation areas needed for company code maintained in USA is different from company code maintained in India. Okay, so that is why we need to activate the new asset accounting. The number of depreciation areas needed for asset accounting in a company code depends upon the country to which uh, the company code is belong to. Okay, so depending upon the accounting principles. Okay, I'm again repeating that symbol. Depending on the or upon the accounting principles, and appropriate depreciation key is maintained in depreciation area. Okay, so based on the accounting principle in SAP S/4HANA, appropriate depreciation key is maintained in depreciation areas. The list of depreciation areas applicable for country is referred as a chart of depreciation. Okay, so there will be a different types of depreciations: book depreciation, tax depreciation, cost depreciation, and group depreciation. Different types of things are there. And we determine the depreciation areas by using transaction code OADB. Okay, we can go with the path, there is no issue. And we'll assign this depreciation areas for asset classes by using transaction code OABZ. So you have seen it very well, right? So based on the which parameters you can able to calculate the depreciation. Okay, based on the depreciation key only, right? The depreciation key contains the value settings which are necessary for determining the depreciation amounts, and those are ordinary depreciation, special depreciation, imputed interest. You can assign calculation methods to each and every depreciation, all of you. Okay, either it is related to the base method or declining balance method or maximum amount period method and period control method, anything, multi-level methods, SLM, WDV, that is your choice. Okay, there will be a multi-level method. One is SLM and one is WDV. So this SLM, what we can say, straight line method, we can call it as. This is a simple method of depreciation, and it charges equal amount of depreciation for each year overall useful life of assets. But when it comes to the written down value method, so this method involves applying the depreciation rate on the net book value of an asset. So in this method, depreciation of asset is done at a constant rate. So in this method, depreciation charges reduces each successive period. So I have already explained you about the simple interest and compound interest. Okay, so for that thing, we can able to add the depreciation, that is WDV depreciation. The next one is asset class. An asset class in SAP is the basis for classifying an asset. Okay, so what is that asset class? Asset class is related to the main fixed assets, or asset class is related to the asset under construction. Okay, so this asset class is basically related to different types of classifying of an assets. Okay, so based on the business and legal requirement, so it is essentially a grouping of assets having certain common characteristics, and each asset in the system needs to be associated with an assets class. You know it very well, and it is the most important configuration element that decides the type of assets, such as either it is related to the buildings, furnitures and fixtures, equipment, and asset under constructions, and lead assets and non-leading assets, and also low value of the assets. And also you need to know about the asset under construction. Okay, so you have seen, I mean, yesterday only you have seen different types of scenarios, and this asset under construction stands for the AUC, whereas some of the assets are in construction phases and cost needs this cost needs to capture through internal orders for the real time being, all of you. So once asset is fully completed, then cost would be transferred to another cost object and settle with an final assets. Okay, So this is very, very important in SAP system, all of you. But the thing is that you have the structure of the assets and you have the structure of the asset under constructions and all. But the thing is that when you are preparing the asset under constructions or asset main assets configurations and all in SAP system, you should follow some of the rules in SAP system. SAP is for HANA system basically, not in ECC. ECC is I think so very much fine. Okay, all of you. So don't neglect these types of configurations. Why? Because if you miss the configurations, you don't even know where these things are going, and at the same time, we cannot calculate the each and everything with asset accounting. Okay, so that is the thing.